Hello there. Today we're going to solve the two-sum LeetCode question. If you are preparing for a coding interview or just want to improve your problem-solving skills, this video is for you. So, two-sum questions. The two-sum problem is a classic interview question that goes like this. Given an array of integers and a target value, find two numbers in the array that add up to the target. You have to return the indices of these two numbers. And we can assume that each input will have exactly one solution. And we must not use the same element twice. Let us look at the first example. Our target is 9. And we have 4 elements in the array. 2 plus 7 equals to 9. So our output will then be 0 and 1. Now let's look at example 2. Our target is 6 and we have 3 elements in the array. 3 plus 2, 5, so no. 2 plus 4, 6. So our output will then be 1 and 2. Now let's look at example 3. Example 3 is easier to understand. So my first approach is using brute force approach. And in this approach, we'll be using 2 for loops, which we call it nested for loops. So the first loop will be iterating through the nums array. So integer equals to 0. And we're iterating through the nums array. And for the second loops, we'll be looping the same array too, but we are trying to find the complementary elements. So I plus 1 and j blank and j plus plus. If we found that our element adds up with our complementary element is equals to the target, then we will create a new integer array of size 2 with the indices of the 2 elements and returns it. If the loop completes without finding a complementary element, the function will then return null. The second approach will be much more efficient, which is using the hashmap class in Java, and we'll be using this table to store the numbers in the input array and their corresponding indices. The function then iterates over each element of the input array using a for loop. For each element, it checks whether the complementary number needed to reach the target is already in the num to index table using the contents key method. And if the complementary number is already in the table, it means that we have found the 2 numbers that add up to the target. We can then return an integer array of size 2 containing the indices of these 2 numbers, which are stored in the num to index table. If the complementary number is not yet in the table, we add the current number and its index to the table using the put method. This way, if we encounter the complementary number later in the iteration, we can easily retrieve its index from the table and return the 2 indices. If the loop completes without finding a complementary number, the function returns an empty integer array. Do subscribe and like my channel if you wish to see more videos like this. Thank you. Bye bye.